welcome to the 2024 JNAPS Awards. I'm your host, JNAPS MMA. And before we get started on to the first award, I'd like to thank every single one of you who has viewed a video on my channel, who have subscribed to my channel, who's acknowledged the channel. We're small, but we're growing day by day. And another thing is, I would like to thank every single fighter who has blessed us on Saturdays, given us wars on Saturdays, because without them, what would we even have on Saturdays? What would we do on Saturdays, folks? That's why we are giving these awards out to them, for thanking them, for doing something for us on Saturdays. Now, let's get on to the first award. We have the Sike I Never Left Award. This award goes out to a special YouTuber who decided to leave the MMA YouTube community and come back like if nothing ever happened. You all know who it is. It is Lucas Tracy MMA. Give it up for Lucas Tracy MMA. The man left to Turkey for a month, came back like nothing ever happened, and decided to make more videos. But you know what? He's back. We're still picky gang up in here. But yes, Lucas Tracy is someone that we love to watch. You know, we enjoy watching his content. But this award goes out to him, the Sike I Never Left Award. But now, let's go on to the first award. The second award, the real awards. We have the I'm Back Moment of the Year. This is for fighters who, you know, had a really bad 2023 and they've come back this year and they've had such a great moment in this year that we, you know, some fan favorites, you know, some of the guys we love watching, dude. The nominees are Dominic Reyes, getting a win since 2020 after getting knocked out 3 times. Robert Whittaker getting a KO win for the first time since 2017. Our boy, the Reaper. And last but not least, Petr Yan getting a win for the first time since 2022 after going through some tough decisions, tough losses. But there can only be one winner for this award, and that goes to Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes getting a win since 2020, knocking out Dustin Jacoby. Dominic Reyes, he really did deserve this award. We were all scared that his, you know, career was over, like he was gonna get cut. But he comes back and gets 2 wins. One against Dustin Jacoby, and another one against a really depressed Anthony Lionheart-Smith. You know, our hot squad to Lionheart-Smith. But congratulations, Dominic Reyes, for getting the I'm Back Moment of the Year award. On to the next award. We have the Gooner Award. This award goes out to a WMMA fighter that, you know, just doesn't get us up on our seats, but up in our pants. And obviously this award, they have to, you know, at least something good happen this year. Not just, you know, helping us out somewhere else, but, you know, this right here is my favorite award. You know, it's the Gooner Award. We have Tracy Cortez, who lost to Rose Namajunas this year, but when she needed to make weight, she cut her hair and she still looks spectacular. We have Aylin Perez, who had 2 wins this year against Jocelyn Edwards and Daria, I'm not going to say her last name, and she twerks everywhere she wants and gets the crowd up in excitement. Last but not least, Macy Barber, who got a win against Caitlin Chuhagan. The winner of the Gooner Award is Aylin Perez. Aylin Perez is the winner of the Gooner Award. She did what she needed to do, was get 2 wins on the year. Yes, she missed weight for one of them, but what does she do? Submits Daria, twerks in front of the crowd, and that right there is something us MMA fans love. Thank you, Aylin Perez. You are a real trooper to the Gooner community and the MMA community. On to the next award. The JNAPS Award. As you all know, JNAPS MMA, the emphasis in naps is when someone gets KO'd so bad, it looks like they're taking a nap. And we have our nominees this year for the JNAPS Award. Justin Gaethje, when he took a nasty nap against Max Holloway when he got knocked out. Alexander Volkanovski, when he took a nice nap when Ilia Topuria knocked him out. And last but not least, Bernardo Sopaj, when he got flying knee KO'd and probably took a nice slumber against Vinicio Oliveira. And the winner for the JNAPS Award this year is Justin Gaethje, everyone. Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje lost the whole fight, and on top of that took one of the most famous naps in MMA history, one that all of us will never forget at UFC 300. Justin Gaethje, this award goes out to you. You are a real warrior, and hopefully 2025 does good for you. If you fight Dan Hooker, maybe not, but I believe you'll get it done. Whatever. JNAPS Award goes to Justin Gaethje, everyone. On to the next award. We have the Gym of the Year. This goes out to, the best gym out here in MMA. Which gym rose to the top of the MMA community and showed that they have the best guys out there? These are our nominees. Fighting Nerds, with Carlo Bajalio, Mauricio Ruffi, Carlos Prates, and Gene Silva, even Bruno Silva. We'll give a little, some flowers to Bruno Silva. This gym right here rose to the top this year in an amazing fashion. We have American Top Team. American Top Team has been one of those gyms for a very long time that have been in the top. Extreme Couture with Eric Nixon. Eric Nixon always, getting fighters to the next level of their career, and even helps out Francis Ngannou in the PFL. And we also have City Kickboxing. City Kickboxing produces some of the best New Zealand prospects that we've ever seen. But the winner of the Gym of the Year award goes to the Fighting Nerds. The Fighting Nerds, man. Those 4 guys that you see there, plus Bruno Silva, those guys made a name for themselves, man. And that gym, those guys they're really nerds when it comes to fighting. And most of them are ranked, man. Gene Silva, almost ranked. Mauricio Ruffi just getting started. Prates is literally ranked and on his way to the top. And Carlo Bajalio is right there. Congratulations to the Fighting Gym, everyone. Congratulations to the Fighting Nerds on winning Gym of the Year. We move on to the next award. My worst prediction of the year. Yeah. This, I know I started early, I started like in the middle of the year, my YouTube channel, but I still made some of the worst predictions of this year. And the nominees are Gaethje beats Max Holloway at UFC 300 for the BMF belt. Benoit Saint Denis beats Dustin Poirier and Benoit Saint Denis beats Renato Money Moicano. Now, you're probably asking, why do you have two up there? Because let's be honest right now. Benoit Saint Denis got fraud checked multiple times this year. And, yeah. I don't know why I still believed in Benoit Saint Denis after he lost to Dustin Poirier. I don't even know why I believed in Benoit Saint Denis to beat Dustin Poirier, looking at his resume and all the competition he's faced, that he fought nobody good. And, of course, Gaethje beating Holloway. We all thought that Gaethje's power would knock out Holloway. But my worst prediction of the year, that has to go to Benoit Saint Denis beating Dustin Poirier. At UFC 299, I really thought that Benoit Saint Denis was the guy to do it, was the it factor in the lightweight division, but I was wrong. And Dustin Poirier, old man strength, crafty vet, he still got it. Congratulations to those guys. That's my worst prediction of the year. We move on to the next award. My best prediction of the year. I did have really good predictions this year, and some surprising ones as well. Some that I've shocked myself with. And those nominees are Brandon Royval beating Tatsuro Taira. A lot of people had the Japanese prospect beating Royval, and I chose Royval to get the win in a 5-round decision, and the man got it done. We have Spivak beats Tybura. I picked Spivak, in their first fight Tybura won, but I thought Spivak had been a little bit more improved, and he was the younger fighter, and I thought he was gonna beat Tybura, and he did with a first round submission, which is a crazy submission on probably one of the worst fight night cards of this year. And last but not least, I had Dricus du Plessis beating Israel Adesanya in a really nasty war. But this award only goes out to one, and that is Brandon Royval beats Tatsuro Taira. I think this was my best prediction of the year. A lot of people were going with Tatsuro Taira. I went with the Brandon Royval. He had the striking, he had the takedown defense, and in 5 rounds he got it done. And now he will be going to war with Manel Cap in March 1st. Really fun fight to watch. I cannot wait. On to the next award. We have the Most Improved Fighter of the Year. This goes out to a guy who in 2022 really did not look like he was going to do anything good, and coming into this year, he has blossomed into a beautiful flower. And he's done stuff that we all thought would never have happened, and just improved so much on his game and so much levels. And here are the nominees. We have Umar Nurmagomedov, undefeated still, or if he is undefeated, I don't really care about Umar Nurmagomedov like that, but he did beat Sanhagen, a guy who I thought, was pretty elite for the bantamweight division. And now Umar Nurmagomedov getting fast-tracked to the title against Marabi. We have Jaquan Buckley getting 4 wins this year and moving himself up to the number 6 spot in welterweight. Jaquan Buckley. We have Renato Money Moicano, who did not fight at all in 2023 and fought 4 times this year, and has made a name for himself, climbing back up another division. And we have Arman Tsarukyan getting a win against Charles Oliveira and is now fighting for the belt at 311 against Islam Makhachev. And the winner for Most Improved Fighter of the Year is Jaquan Buckley, getting a win against Vicente Luque Even though we thought it was a fluke until now that Vicente Luque got a pretty decent win against Demba Garimbo. He got a really good win against Rosaltin Ruziboyev. He got a clean knockout in the third round win against the Wonder Boy. And obviously, in his latest fight at UFC Fight Night Tampa, he got a win against Colby Covington. He is number 6 in the welterweight division. He is 1 fight away from the title. He fought 4 times this year. This is a fighter that loves to fight, that is super active, and he deserves this award. Congratulations, Jaquan Buckley. You deserve this award. On to the next one. We have Breakout Fighter of the Year. This is not like the most improved award. This goes out to a fighter who has been in the game already, but he's rose to the top and has broken out to be a super fan favorite. This is like in 2023 when Paddy Pimblett broke out and he is now a top fan favorite for the England community. These are our nominees. We have Anthony Hernandez. He broke out this year and has rose to the top in the middleweight division, getting a pretty good win against Michel Pereira. We have Nasruddin Imavov getting a win against Brandon Allen. And, being the only French fighter we have now, besides Cyril Gane, who robbed Alexander Volkov. We're not going to talk about that. We have Jaquan Buckley. Why not put Jaquan Buckley out here? He could win this award as well. He broke out this year. Well, he already had broken out, but, he broke out in a way where he showed that he is the number one. He can be the number 1 guy in the welterweight division. We have Renato Money Moicano, who's broken out this year in a way where fans would never thought of he would, and gives out some of the best post-fight speeches. And obviously, last but not least, we have Diego Lopez, who's broken. I feel like Diego Lopez is broken out every single year. Like, he's done something so crazy every single year. And now he's literally 1 fight away from the title. Maybe that he gets the title shot. We don't know. But the Breakout Fighter of the Year goes to Renato Money Moicano. I had to give this to Renato Money Moicano. He is broken out to be a fan favorite. His interview with MMA Guru, him going after the Paris I don't even know how do you say it, whatever. Him going after Paris for taking out blood samples for him and Brandon Allen, the commission. Finally got it. But yeah, Renato Moicano, dude, getting 4 wins this year too. Renato Money Moicano, man, he's done great. He beat the living life out of Benoit Saint Denis. Renato Money Moicano, he broke out this year. You could have given it to Jaquan Buckley. You could have given it to some other guys, but I feel like Renato Money Moicano deserved this award. Congratulations, Renato Money Moicano, on being the Breakout Fighter of the Year. We move on. The Comeback Fighter of the Year. This goes out to a guy who had a horrendous 2023 and has broken out and come back to being on the top of their division again. The nominees are Dominic Reyes. He's back in the win column and he's moving his way up in the light heavyweight division. We have Bryce Mitchell, after getting knocked out by Josh Emmett, which I thought he died in that fight, has now collected 2 wins and dismantled Chrome Gracie. And hopefully Chrome Gracie's out of the UFC. And we have, last but not least, Piotr Jan, who, after having struggles in battles against Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, he comes back and gets 2 wins this year against Song Yadong and Davison Figueroa. And the comeback fighter of the year goes to Petr Yan. Petr Yan is the comeback fighter of the year. He's right back to the top in that bantamweight division. He's literally a fight away, or you can give him the next title shot after Umar and Merab. I'm pretty sure they won't give him O'Malley, but Petr Yan has came back, bro. I really thought he was going to lose to Song Yadong. He dismantled Song Yadong, and he put up a great war against Davison Figueroa. That could be fight of the year. But Petr Yan, he is your comeback fighter of the year. Congratulations, Petr Yan. On to the next award. We have Knockout of the Year. Y'all know this award. This goes out to a guy who got the craziest knockout of this year. And these are our nominees. We have Ilia Topuria knocking out Max Holloway. I remember screaming like a little girl out of my chair when he knocked out Max Holloway, because that was the first time anyone has knocked out Max Holloway. We have Ilia Topuria knocking out Alexander Volkanovski. The way he knocked out Volkanovski like that was crazy, and I was like, yo, this guy is legit, and he is legit. My Spaniard brother. We have Alex Pereira knocking out Jamal Hill and pulling out the meme of the century. You know. And we have Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka getting the head kick KO in the second round. But last but not least, Max Holloway knocking out Justin Gaethje in the 5th and final round for the BMF belt at UFC 300. And the winner for Knockout of the Year goes to Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. It's without a doubt this award was gonna go to this fight right here, Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. This forever will be a highlight reel in every single pay-per-view coming now for years to come. This is a fight that we will tell our kids. This is a fight we will show our kids. The way Max Holloway not only dismantled and demolished Justin Gaethje for all 5 rounds, but he also put it on the line in that last couple seconds to create something so memorable and having the knockout of the year. Because that's what we all will remember from this year. But yes, Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje is your knockout of the year. We move on to the Coach of the Year. This is the Coach of the Year. Best coach of the gym. The gyms that are out there. And these are our nominees, Pablo Sucupira for Fighting Nerds. If you just watch the Fighting Nerds, just won for Gym of the Year. That doesn't mean anything though, guys. Doesn't mean anything. Eric Nixon for Extreme Couture. Eric Nixon, he's an amazing coach, man. Has some of the best fighters in his gym, like Sean Strickland and many more. And a lot of people like go out to Vegas to live there, not only because they're right next to the UFC PI, but Extreme Couture is one of the best gyms out here. And you have Coach Khabib coaching every single Dagestanian brother bloodline he has out there. But a Coach of the Year goes to Pablo Sucupira for the Fighting Nerds. My guy, obviously, if you won Gym of the Year, you should be able to win Coach of the Year. And yeah, man, he has coached up some of the best Brazilian names out of that gym. Carlos Prates, he is literally so close to holding a belt. So is Collier Borralho. Mauricio Ruffi, he's young, but he's a star in the making. And Gene Silva's a star in the making as well, and has had some crazy fights this year. But Pablo Sucupira, congratulations for winning Coach of the Year. We move on to the submission of the year. This goes out to, somebody who got the craziest submission of all time this year in 2024. And your nominees are Drake du Plessis submitting Israel Adesanya, Islam Makhachev submitting Dustin Poirier. Let's start off with Drake du Plessis submitting Israel Adesanya. That was one of the craziest submissions of this year. Yeah, man, the way he just knocked down Israel Adesanya and grabbed his neck and be the first guy to submit Israel Adesanya is pretty crazy. Islam Makhachev, he had a war with Dustin Poirier and he pulled out the win, submitting Dustin Poirier. But last but not least, we have Khamzat Chimaev submitting Robert Whittaker in one of the most craziest, phenomenal ways we've ever seen. And the Submission of the Year award goes to Khamzat Chimaev submitting Robert Whittaker. This award was going to go out to that man that's UC is, about to break the jaw of Robert Whittaker in this picture. Robert Whittaker, for someone who has amazing takedown defense, got taken down so fast and got submitted so fast. And the fact that his jaw broke into a million pieces, his teeth are mangled, he's going to be sitting on the sideline for a while. And Khamzat Chimaev, after that win, is literally waiting for the winner of Drake du Plessis versus Sean Strickland, because they will not give him another fight. He will get the belt after this win right here. Khamzat Chimaev is on another level, and he's been submitting guys ever since he's gotten into the UFC, and this is one of the biggest wins in his career. Congratulations, Khamzat Chimaev, submission of the year. We move on to the Rookie of the Year. This goes out to the youngest prospect out here. The Rookie of the Year, man. Just like any other sport in basketball, Jaden McCain could have gotten it if he didn't get hurt. You have Jalen Daniels for the Washington Commanders, who's probably going to win it this year. You had Luis Gill for the New York Yankees winning it this year. Yeah. This is the Rookie of the Year. We have Gene Silva, Fighting Nerds, getting 3 good wins and having a war with Drew Dober and beating Drew Dober. We have Peyton Talbot, who I know he debuted in last year in December, but it's not his. This year felt like it was his rookie year. He had 2 wins. He had that 19-second knockout of Giannis Gomori. And he's already fighting Ronnie Barberos for, next year in UFC 311. Can't even speak. We have Carlos Prates getting 4 wins this year as a rookie. One of the most active rookies out here. Neil Magny. Getting a win against Neil Magny, dude. Li Jingliang. This guy was insane this year, dude. And last but not least, Mauricio Rufy, man. Getting 2 wins against James Lyntop and Jamie Malarkey, and showing off some of the craftiest striking we've ever seen. But your Rookie of the Year is Carlos Prates. It was no doubt about it. It was gonna go to somebody from the Fighting Nerds gym, but it had to go to this man right here. Carlos Prates came out firing this year with a knockout win against Trevin Giles. A knockout knee to the body win against Charles Radke. Knocking out Ji Lin Liang, one of the first people to finish Li Jingliang. And he knocks out Neil Magny. And he's not done. He's looking for a fight in Australia next year. This guy loves to fight. And he loves to be on top. And I see him inching closer to the belt every single fight. He even had performance bonuses of the night for all of those fights, dude. What a phenomenal rookie year for Carlos Prates. Congratulations, Carlos Prates. Go watch my Fighting Nerds video. On to the next one. We have Performance of the Year. Now, y'all probably thinking, oh, this is gonna go to Manel Cap. This man is a Manel Cap blazer. No. Performance of the Year, it's someone who did not like showboat, who showed, yo, I'm gonna like demolish this guy and look clean. No. Performance of the Year is somebody who went out there and gave us a fight and demolished this guy. Like, we all knew, like, Manel Cap was gonna demolish Bruno Silva from the jump. But these nominees right here gave us some of their best performances of their lives as well. They are Kazmat Chimaev submitting Robert Whittaker. That was one of Kazmat Chimaev's best performances, but despite him fighting Usman and Gilbert Burns. But this one right here for Kazmat Chimaev changed the narrative. We also have Ilia Topuria. Best performance, knocking out Max Holloway, being the first guy to knock out Max Holloway and showing that he is the man. We have Max Holloway knocking out Justin Gaethje. I don't even need to explain myself. This is one of the best moments in UFC history. We have Alex Pereira knocking out Jiri Prochazka with a leg kick. That was insane to see. And we also have Belal Muhammad literally demolishing Leon Edwards for all 5 rounds and dumping it on his little bald spot. And your winner is Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. There's no other person I'm not giving this award to. That's what you call a performance of the year. You went out there. You were some of these people, including me, did not even have Max Holloway winning this fight. He goes out, demolishes Justin Gaethje for 5 rounds, and what does he do? He points his finger down to the canvas and said, "Let's do this." Last 10 seconds, gets the knockout of the year as well. This is why we all love Max Holloway, and hopefully he does better at lightweight. But Max Holloway, you've won the performance of the year. Congratulations. We move on to the upset of the year. This goes out to a fighter who we all thought was not going to win this fight regardless, and pulled out the upset of the year. And here are your nominees. Arman Tsarukyan defeating Charles Oliveira. I really thought Charles Oliveira was going to beat Arman Tsarukyan. I even had a parlay with it. And yeah, it was a really close fight, but Arman Tsarukyan pulled off the upset and is now fighting Islam Makhachev. We have Belal Muhammad beating Leon Edwards. Probably one of the craziest fights I've ever seen. We all thought Leon Edwards was going to win this fight, and Belal Muhammad came on top and won the belt. And we will all remember his name. No, we won't. If security did not remember his name, we will not remember his name. But maybe Anthony Hernandez gets this award. Defeating the likes of Michel Pereira. I did not think Anthony Hernandez was going to win this fight. I thought Michel Pereira was going to knock him out in the beginnings of the rounds. And Anthony Hernandez took this man all 5 rounds to the ground. And in the final round, he gets a ground and pound finish. But there could only be one winner. And your winner is... Oh, Nana, what's my name? Oh, Nana, what's my name? Belal Muhammad defeating Leon Edwards is the upset of the year. Nobody thought that this man was going to beat Leon Edwards. And what he did to Leon Edwards, dumping him on his bald spot, grappling him with all 5 rounds, and even outstriking him all 5 rounds, dude. Belal Muhammad gets the upset of the year award. Congratulations, Belal Muhammad. On to the next one. we have Fight of the Year. Fight of the Year. We're not there yet. Starting to get to the serious awards now. But we have Fight of the Year. We're talking about a fight that had us literally on the edge of our seats. And these are our nominees, for the Fight of the Year. We have Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Crazy fight. We knew that was going to be a crazy fight. That lived up to the outcome. We have Majtebek Oroblau versus Mateusz Rubeski. This right here was one of the craziest bloodbaths I've ever seen. The way Rubeski got on just one against Oroblau was crazy. This fight was nuts. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. Rountree dominated Alex Pereira in those first 2 rounds, and then Alex Pereira came back and said, "Nah, hold your horses, sir." And he got the win. We have Dracus du Plessis getting a win against Israel Adesanya. That right there was a war. That was a war right there, and the way Dracus du Plessis submitted Israel Adesanya at the end was nuts. We have Gene Silva versus Drew Dober. Both guys were macking each other with some punches, and Gene Silva was out there doing his thing against Drew Dober, a guy who's a tough guy to beat. And Gene Silva went out there and put up a war with Drew Dober. And last but not least, Brandon Royval versus Tassilo Taira. Those guys went to 5 rounds of war, and it was a fun fight to watch. One of the best flyweight fights that we saw this year. But the winner of Fight of the Year goes to Dracus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. This right here lived up to the expectations. The trash talking before the fight even happened by Dracus. Israel Adesanya crying in the pre-fight, in the press conference, dude. Israel Adesanya, this is one of the best Israel Adesanyas that we have ever seen, bro. He came out there to fight, not just do technical stuff. He was out here hitting with Dracus du Plessis with some shots that I was like, man, Dracus has a chin. And Dracus was out here hitting with Israel Adesanya with some crazy shots too. And at the end, Dracus du Plessis got the better shots off Israel Adesanya, knocked him down, took him to the ground, submitted him, becoming the first guy to submit Israel Adesanya. Dracus du Plessis, Israel Adesanya, what a fight, man. I still remember this one. This was a crazy fight, and it lived up to the expectations. Congratulations, Dracus du Plessis and Israel Adesanya for Fight of the Year. We move on. Pay-per-view of the year. This goes out to which pay-per-view was the best of the entire year, and here are your nominees. UFC 300, UFC 298, UFC 299, and UFC 308. And I'm not going to waste time. Your winner is UFC 300. If you have not seen my ranking all the pay-per-views video, I rank this as the best pay-per-view of the year. And from the prelims to the main card, this was the best. Obviously, it's UFC 300, but this was the best pay-per-view of the year. Probably of all time. I don't know. But the fact that you have David Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt to start it off, and you have Alex Pereira creating one of the most craziest memes that we will see this year. You had Gaethje versus Holloway. You had Diego Lopez getting a knockout against Youssef. You had Prohaska versus Radkins. That was a crazy fight. You had Renato Moicano beating against Turner. Bobby Green dismantling Miller. This fight, besides the Chinese fight, we don't talk about that. And Bo Nichols and Brundage, these fights delivered, man. These fights delivered. But yeah, on to the next award. WMMA Fighter of the Year. This goes out to, who was the best WMMA fighter of this year, who entertained us the most, and here are your nominees. Kayla Harrison. She got 2 wins this year, and she made her debut in the UFC. We had Zhang Weili getting a win against Zhang, and you had Valentina Shevchenko getting her belt back against Alexa Grasso. And the winner for WMMA Fighter of the Year is Kayla Harrison. I thought Kayla Harrison deserved this award. I know y'all probably like, oh, what happened to Weili and Valentina Shevchenko? They have belts. Look, Weili fights once a year, and it's probably one of the most boring fights you'll ever see. And Valentina Shevchenko literally grappled Alexa Grasso all 5 rounds and made it boring. At least Kayla Harrison fought twice this year, submitted Holly Holmes, had a boring fight against Ketlin Vieira, but still, she did her thing. She's making her name. She's making her way to the top, and she's probably going to hold the belt pretty soon. Look at her. She's manly. Yeah, but that's your WMMA Fighter of the Year, Kayla Harrison. Congratulations. We move on to Fighter of the Year. This is a guy who we thought, deserved this award. Fighter of the Year, man. This is the award to win. And you have Ilia Topuria beating the likes of Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway. You have Alex Pereira getting 3 wins this year against Jamal Hill, Jiri Prochazka, and Khalil Rountree. Dricus du Plessis getting the belt from Sean Strickland and beating Israel Adesanya. And you had Merab Dvalishvili having a dominant performance against Henry Cejudo and getting the belt from Sean O'Malley. And your winner for Fight of the Year is Ilia Topuria. I thought Ilia Topuria deserved this award. He knocked out 2 featherweight legends of the sport, Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway, still in their prime. Maybe not Volkanovski so much, but Volkanovski's still that guy, and he was still that guy in that division. And you had him knocking out Max Holloway, being the first guy to knock out Max Holloway. I couldn't give it to Pereira because him knocking out Jiri Prochazka and Jamal Hill and Khalil Rountree, even though that Khalil Rountree fight was hard for him, I feel like those were just fights that we all knew he was going to pull out and win. There were easy fights for Pereira to win too, especially Jamal Hill and Jiri Prochazka. Ilia Topuria is making his name for himself, and he is out here looking to be the villain of this sport, and I love it. He's our Fighter of the Year, and he's not done yet. 2025, he's starting to cook something up. If this man goes out and fights Charles Oliveira and knocks him out, I will cry. But yes, Fighter of the Year, Ilia Topuria, well deserved. We move on to the final award of the evening. It is the Company Man Award. This is an award that goes out to a fighter who is a company man. When Dana White says, I need you, he just steps up and is there and says, I'm ready to fight. And your nominees are Alex Pereira, Diego Lopez, and Ilia Topuria. And your winner for Company Man of the Year is Alex Pereira. This is an award that I wanted to give to Alex Pereira. Obviously, This company man of the year. You know, everybody in the company says, oh, I'm the company man, you know, like, you know, Trailblazer, you know, he is a company man. You know, Kobe Covington says he's a company man, fights on short notice or whatever. But what this guy did this year, saved 2 UFC cards, saved 209 and 307. Oh no, it wasn't 309. It was I forgot which one. I think it was 298 or 297, whatever. Alex Pereira saved 2 cards this year that if it wasn't for him, they would be trash. They still are trash, but he saved the UFC. Stepping in on short notice when Conor and Chandler got, you know, canceled. He stepped in. Stepped in when UFC 300. This guy just is a company man. And his next challenge is against Ankalaev and maybe even John Jones. We never know, but this is a company man. This is a fan favorite. Everybody knows Alex Pereira. They scream out Chama when he walks around. Come on, this is the guy. This is the company man. This is the face of the UFC right now. This is what this award is about. Alex Pereira, well-deserved award. Thank you, Alex. And guys, that was it. Thank you all for coming out to the JNAPS Awards. Like and subscribe. Go subscribe to my new YouTube channel, JNAPS MMA Shorts. Go follow on TikTok, on Instagram as TikTok on JNAPS MMA. I get a lot of love from my TikTok viewers, so please go out there and, you know, go have a look. Go follow. And I recently just made a new Instagram just in case if TikTok gets taken down next year. I was doing so good on my TikTok. But yes, go subscribe. Go follow to JNAPS MMA _ on Instagram, TikTok. Go subscribe. Your boy is here to stay and give you content. I'm JNAPS MMA. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for the support. And I'll see y'all next year. I'm out.